So if I said to you, you could have a set of good looking forged irons, you're probably nodding your head at this point. Then if I say to you that set was only £430, you're probably going, where's the catch? Where do I get them from? But there's a negative. And to be honest, there's a couple of negatives. But we're going to test them, we're going to take a look at it, we're going to talk about those negatives and maybe see if this is possibly an iron that you might want to go out there and buy yourselves. Okay, so the brand I'm referring to, you may not have heard of it. To be honest, I never have heard of it until they got in contact with me, but it's Takomo, and it's the Forged 201 iron. And to be honest, first instincts and looking at it, it's a great looking iron. Very much reminds me of the Ping i210 iron in terms of the back of the golf club itself, but it's clean, it's a very nice looking golf club. Put it down in its playing position, it's a very nice looking golf club. It's got the word forged in it. That gets me sort of excited a little bit, you know. I'm thinking it's going to be nice and soft, you know, and it's only £430. Now obviously Takomo are direct to consumer, so you won't find these in the pro shops, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the video. But do stay tuned, as towards the end of the video we are going to be giving away, or Takomo are going to be giving away a set of these irons. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. You can get them into your sort of spec, so do stay tuned towards the end of the video for the giveaway. Okay, so let's take a little look at the iron a little bit closer. So as always, first impressions down by that golf ball. It's a good looking iron, it's a great shape. It's a bit sort of a medium top edge, a little bit thick, it's a little bit blocky, so it's quite a square top edge there. Bit of offset in there, but the actual blade length is quite sort of squat. It's just a very nice sort of looking iron, to be honest, as you sit it down there. Got this sort of polished, sort of satin polished, I'll call it. It's not high gloss chrome, but it's a little bit more of that polished satin. As I say, it's got that little milling in the back. It does look very, very nice, to be honest. A little bit of a slot in the back there, probably just helping a little bit on ball speed and sort of forgiveness. So this is a 7 iron. It's lofting at 31 degrees. So Takomo is sort of saying this is a good looking, good feeling and a distance all in one sort of package. So we'll obviously have a little look at that. Let's get this first one underway. That wasn't a bad opening shot, and that felt pretty good. I like the sound of that. It's a very nice sounding club. 125 ball speed, that's pretty good. 177, and not a bad spin there for a 31 degree. Straight out the blocks, that's quite, that was nice. So spec on this I've got is KBS Tour, C-Taper Light, 115 gram area, X-Flex, a little bit longer, mid-size grip, a couple of degrees more upright, typically my spec. Ooh, that was a touch low in the face, could feel that a tiny bit, but it's flown pretty nicely, to be honest, for a slight low strike. So just looking a little bit closer in the head and looking at the back of the head more, and first instincts there, it looks like a Ping i210 iron, just in the shaping of that back section. So probably just modelled a little bit off that, which is fine. It's a good shape. It's got that little cut in there. We've got a little bit of milling on the back of the head. Again, that isn't going to do anything with performance. Leading edge is just shaved off a tiny bit, probably just trying to help a little bit with that turf interaction. And Takomo is saying this is an S20C steel, which is forged, so providing that sort of really superior feel off the club face. And to be honest, those first couple of shots, I know the second one's a little bit bottom groove, but first couple of shots, it felt quite nice. I wouldn't say it's mega soft, but it's definitely a nice feeling club. And again, just a touch low in the face. That's me, that's not the club. A little bit of left to right shape. But you know what, it's done. It's got a little bit of forgiveness, you know, a bit of cavity in there. And I think for me, typically this type of iron tends to be quite popular with a lot of golfers. You know, it's forged, possibly ticking a box there for you. It's a good looking club, a little bit of a shine on there. It's always nice, isn't it? That tends to tick a box emotionally sometimes. Put it down by the golf ball, it's a decent looking club behind the ball. So, and it's got that bit of forgiveness, that little slot in there, a little bit of cavity, a little bit of forgiveness that maybe you might just sort of need. So it does tend to tick a lot of boxes. The better strike, a little bit higher ball flight. Again, it's a good feel, it's a good sound off that. And all this is £430. 4 iron to pitching wedge, a 7-piece set, £430. But I did say to you at the start of the video, there's a bit of a negative. And for me, it's a direct to consumer, hence why the price is so low. They can get these out, you know, they won't find these in a pro shop. So the negatives you're gonna have around this is you're not physically gonna get it in your hands and try it. Our fitting options here at Penrith Golf, we've got shafts, we've got heads, we interchange. You can test it with TrackMan, you can measure it, see which works best for you as you would do in a fitting process. You're not going to be able to do that with this type of brand. So Yes, the price is fantastic, but you can't try it. It's a little bit of a gamble. Unless you really know your sort of spec, then it can be sort of difficult. Yes, you have them longer. Yes, you can have different size grips, lie adjustments. That's all included in that £430. Yeah, that's right. Do you know what? That feels really, really nice. You might not be bothered about all those options. You might sort of know your spec. You might be quite standard, and you know, you might just say, well, do you know what? For £430, I'm going to take a punt at that and have a go. Each to their own, isn't it? In a way, it's just the sort of negative. I mean, me personally, if I'm going to spend that sort of money, I would want to try it. I'd want to test it. I'd want to see some numbers maybe. I want to compare that maybe against a TaylorMade or something else. Is it that much different? That's what I would want to be doing in that fitting process. Definitely looking at a couple of options and dialing it in to really suit my delivery. Testing a bit of forgiveness on that one. That was a touch on the toe. It's flown nice and straight. Might just lose a little bit, slightly high on that toe. Ball speed's not bad there, 121 on that hit. Spin's just dropped a tiny bit, carry 175. Okay, so we're going to look at some numbers, but as I say, stay tuned because we've got a set to give away. A full set of these will be given away to one of you viewers out there. So do stay tuned that, but first of all, we'll just go and check a few numbers out. Okay, so look at those numbers there with that 7.9. So club head speed, 89.7. So typically my speed with a 7.9, 123.5 on average with the ball speed. You can see just those little subtleties of strikes, just going to change that a little bit, isn't it? Low at 17 and spin averaging at 5.805. So the lowest spin there you can see is 5.370 to then that 6.4. Again, that subtleties of my sort of strike there. But I think averaging at 5.8, I'd be quite happy with that, remembering it's 31 degrees of loft, so it's not the weakest of irons, so we know that spin tends to be sort of sacrificed a little bit, but carry distance 174, nice height at that 104 mark, so land angle's great at just short of 49 degrees and pretty efficient. Okay, so giveaway time. So what you need to do for a chance to win a set of Takomo 201 irons is literally comment down below 201. That's all I want you to put, and you will be entered into the draw to win a set. You must be a subscriber to my channel though. I will be checking, so you've got to be subscribed. 201 in the comments down below, and the winner will be announced in a future video coming soon. Okay, appreciate you watching the video as always. Let you know comments on that Takomo 201 iron. Some negatives there, but it's a good iron, great price point. There'll be a video popping up there so you can go and check that one out, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.